Achi Tajaman there one, Rantaman, where the Kamina, Korea Dwamong, which your fair will and anything anything there. We are changing the paraffin to you. Change Achi Tajaman there, Rantaman, where the Kamina, Korea Dwamong, which your fair will be found, and anything anything there. We are changing the paraffin to you. Ajana, Jangani, Mama, Chinipidia, one and the boy to rap. Shebu to a million woman on any year come by you. Kichirgo on your road, Baharia. Berga by Punjaba, Bagay, when you're up a book. Jangawa, I should tell you there. Rantaman, Korea Dwamong, which your fair will be fine, Lord. And anything you there. We are changing by a finger to you. Jenga General, I should tell you, man, Rantaman, where the Korea Dwamong, which your fair will be fine, Lord. And anything you there. We are changing by a finger to you. But I need. Long night, think you very young. My thing, you know, that I just said, Chapel away, and I'm called on manager with a chapel. I'm calling you know, where I want to do it, then I mean, you go here, man, I don't quite Congo. General, I should touch a man there, until man, where the company. Korea Dwamong, which your fair will be fine, Lord. And anything there. We are changing the paraffin to you. Jenga General, I should touch a man there. Until man, where the coming. Korea Dwamong, which your fair will be fine, Lord. And anything there. We are changing the paraffin to you.
My name is Firdin from Africa Well Books, Africa Well Community Education. It's an Africa Well Book publication company. My message of tonight is to wish Australians a happy Australian Day. Australia is a great nation in a way that it accommodates people who migrate to Australia, treat them with care. It's most of the multicultural nations. Since I came to Australia about 11 years ago, I never went back to where I came from. And it is because of how great this nation is. I've always been thinking of how I can pay back to the Australian society for whatever they have invested in me. Because what makes it great? So my message to all the migrants, let's be positive. Do the right things. Don't cause trouble. Because we do not choose to be here. But we came as a result of either war, people were looking for a better life, and also skilled migrants were looking for a job to change their careers or to further their studies. So I'm appealing to all families and friends to take responsibility and invest in your child in order for your child to be better citizens. It needs time, resources, and care to nurture the child. Governments are playing, government agencies and other agencies are trying their best to support you in whatever way possible. So if you get yourself stuck, then call for, ask for a mentors, because there are people of goodwill who are already outside there and they want to help. It was 1999 when I had a meeting with Elijah Malox, the late Elijah Malox, the former central bank governor and the former minister for petroleum, Dr. Lualde Nairobi. And I asked them, where should I go if I had to migrate? Dr. Lual suggested that the best place to go to is Australia or Canada because of educational systems. And I took note of that. That was 1999. A couple of years later, I had a meeting with the same Elijah Malox, and I asked him that I want to go abroad. And the same thing is that you cannot be permitted or forced to go to migrate. And you cannot be told not to. It is up to you. But what matters is what are you going to do there, and also what are you going to bring back to people you have left behind. That is what matters. Dr. John Grants, who was also my uncle, was in America. Dr. Laura was in America. Elijah Malog was in Switzerland. Plus many other great people who were in the West. But because they went back with education, they managed to achieve because of the education that he took. The same Elijah Malog added that Peter Lowell, your family, you have got an extended family. So any money that you will make will never support the family sufficiently. So if you are going to Australia, go and take your education seriously. And again, he said if Dr. John Grant die anytime, or then you people will be mistreated by other people who think that Grant might have committed some crimes during his leadership. In return, people will resort to revenge to suppress you people. But if you are competent enough, no one will hinder you. So go and develop yourself and come back in the future with a better education. So it was very unfortunate that Uncle Grant died before I came to Australia. And that was about a meeting with those of Elijah Molok. Another person that I had meeting with was Kuala Manyang in Galaxy Hotel, who told me that, Peter, you are not orphans because you are grown up. Only your stepmothers, because my father was a polygamist, he had a couple of wives. He said only those women's widows are widows. But if you are going to Australia, go and study and come back with something. That was what I was told by Kuala Manyang, the current defense minister defense minister in South Sudan. So in that regard, after 11 years later, or after 8 years, I asked myself, yes, Australia have given me the chance. They have educated me. What should I do with the education to improve? the education or to improve the economy. That's how I start the publication company to bring written materials within the reach of the people who never had the privilege of studying their own history. Because South Sudanese never had a chance of studying their history due to war. Families, many children grew up in Egypt, Kenya, Uganda, never had a chance. Service providers who are dealing with us also don't have where to cross check